Insurance plays a critical role in protecting people, assets, and economies. Across the globe, insurance executives are navigating climate disruptions, regulatory pressures, demographic shifts, cybersecurity threats, and digital acceleration. While these forces present significant challenges and uninsurable risks, they also open the door to new opportunities.
While our research shows that digital transformation is still a top priority for insurers, it's clear that the risk profiles they're facing are changing. Rising natural disasters and changing demographics are driving an urgency to adapt products and business models to meet an evolving market need.
Our Voice of Our Clients conversations with 118 insurance executives reveal that leaders are reimagining what resilience and sustainability really mean for the insurance sector. The research shows 3 macro trends reshaping the landscape for insurers: the fight against climate change, changing social demographics, and the reconfiguration of supply chains. These converging trends are redefining how insurers analyze, manage, and insure internal and external risk. As industry supply chains reconfigure from global to local models, the risk of fragility increases during the transition as each part of the chain adapts to new structures. These potential global supply chain disruptions are adding to the challenges for the property and casualty market, which is already facing increased risk from larger and less predictable natural disasters. At the same time, an aging population and a challenging investment environment are putting added pressure on the life and pension sector. As experienced professionals retire and the right talent proves harder to attract, both customer expectations and workforce models are being reshaped.
So one of the big challenges for the executives is the aging workforce and that potential loss of deep industry knowledge and technology knowledge. Our analysis has shown that executives are looking towards advanced automation and AI to address that gap. They'll also be looking for managed services to help support that talent drain. What's going to be interesting for the executives is how they're going to manage traditional managed services solutions with balancing how AI is going to have an impact on their overall ways of working.
Although insurance companies across the world facing the same economic challenges, we see, of course, nuances in the property and casualty market as well as the life and pension market. For example, in property and casualty, executives are focused on mitigating the growing impact of natural disasters, whilst at the same time working with governments and regulators and to manage the rise of potentially uninsurable risks. In contrast, life and pension executives are tasked with delivering profitable customer returns in an increasingly unstable market that we see out there, whilst also facing competition from alternative investment solutions. So basically what that means is the younger generations are seeking alternative investments instead of buying life and pension products.
Automation and AI are becoming essential, not just to bridge skill gaps, but to unlock new service and product potential. Insurers also face increasing regulatory pressure to protect their operations against growing risks of supplier failures and cyber attacks. This priority jumped 49 percentage points from 2024 to 2025, making it the biggest shift among insurance executives.
What's been fascinating looking at the analysis is the huge shift in priority that executives are giving to regulatory pressures and dealing with them, and just the level of demand on talent that's requiring, particularly when they're already dealing with talent shortages. So I think there's an opportunity, though, to look at this in a different way, viewing compliance not as a tax, but as a way of turning it into competitive advantage. So, for example, by redesigning technology operating models to more efficiently absorb regulation, digital leaders have an opportunity to create a cost advantage, freeing up those critical resources to work on other projects.
Apart from using modern technology to bridge the talent gaps that we see based on our research, a lot of insurance companies still rely or more and more rely on managed services to offset the talent drain. However, They also will need to carefully assess how technologies like AI, for example, impact their offshore cost models. Equally, they need to consider what are their core versus non-core capabilities. What do they want to outsource? What do they want to keep?
Insurers face escalating claims from growing climate-related risks and need affordable data sources to manage these large-scale challenges. We partnered with the world's leading reinsurer to address data sourcing challenges by combining climate risk mitigation solutions with their location risk intelligence platform. The climate change impact for the insurers they serve was minimized. The result? Insurers can now access pricing models that match claim experiences, pinpoint risk concentrations down to specific locations, and set climate-based KPIs for each customer. They can apply targeted risk mitigation strategies for natural hazards worldwide, integrating climate impact into their decision-making, while cutting the time spent gathering data from multiple sources. While our voice of our clients' insights show growing challenges, it's also pointing to new possibilities. Success for insurance executives will mean embracing digital acceleration, finding competitive advantage within tightening regulations, and exploring new ways to withstand the headwinds of climate disruptions. The way forward won't be a one-size-fits-all solution, so how do you transform emerging risks into opportunities? By anticipating and responding with boldness and clarity. Because a resilient insurance industry equals a resilient society.